Yeah, it's May, so I'm doing some Star Wars videos, and today I'm going to talk about the hardest Star Wars game I've ever played in my life, Super Star Wars on the SNES. This was actually one of the first videos I ever put out on the channel, just some raw footage of me playing this game, and coming back to it now, this game's so hard. Like, frustratingly hard. It's not fun to play this game, it's that hard, but it is actually quite fun to play this game. But just a little background into Super Star Wars. This game came out in 1992 in North America and Japan, and 1993 in Europe, and I had this game on the SNES. I had this exact copy when I was younger, and I could never get past like the second level, and coming back to it now, that turns out to be true. I don't know what these green jumping rabbits are. They're not in anything of Star Wars, but they're apparently here on this. If I was to try and describe this game, I'd say it's probably a little bit like Contra. It is brutally hard, and it is just gunning everything down, which is like not Star Wars. Like, none of the story is relatable to the Star Wars story. It like loosely adapts the first film. Imagine if like it was the first film, but every single issue was resolved by just shooting stuff and mowing things down. That's pretty much what you get in this game. Now, there were two sequels to this game, as you can imagine. There was The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi Shock, which I will cover in other videos, but today we're just going to be focusing on the Super Star Wars. And I don't know why, but when I was younger, I just assumed that that this was like the true version of Star Wars, despite the film coming out in like 1977, was it? Yeah. I still thought that this was like the story that they didn't want to tell you, which is just one of them like weird sort of like kid things, I guess, like when you just assume that your version of Star Wars. It definitely has a massive impact as to why I love the Star Wars franchise so much, and why I like love Star Wars games so much, because I was thinking about this recently. I have so many Star Wars games, like, it's ridiculous. Now, if you want to play this game, there is always emulation, but there are a few other ways that you can get hold of this game. Obviously, you can pick up a copy for this game for about £10-15 if you want it unboxed for the SNES. Alternatively to that, apparently it was re-released in 2009 on a Wii Virtual Console, so if you've got a Wii that already has it downloaded, I guess that's a way of playing it, but the Virtual Console doesn't exist anymore, so it's a bit more difficult. Alternatively, in 2015 it was released on the PS4 and the PlayStation Vita, even though I've not been able to find any version of that as well. Apparently it was also included in like a bundle of games, but it doesn't really specify what that bundle was. I still think the craziest thing about this game is it was developed by JVC Musical Industries, which is like so strange, because I used to have like, I think my first ever like CD player was a JVC, and then I never knew that they made games as well, or developed games. I also didn't know that Luke Skywalker's gun had rockets on it, but you know, power-ups do that sort of stuff. Along with the sort of run and gun gameplay, there is also sort of like land speeder and X-Wing levels, though I've never actually played the X-Wing level. One of the things I find most fascinating about this is this game was like giving such high reviews back in the day, and I get it, like, it is a fun game, it is very, very good, but it's also so brutally hard. Like, I struggle to play this now. I struggled to play it as a kid as well, but it's one of the highest rated like SNES games I've found for a long time. This is like one of the speeder levels. They're an absolute nightmare. What a great cut I've done there. There we go, there's the speeder level. Anyway, that's been me just rambling on about a Star Wars game I wanted to talk about. I decided because it is May, we could probably do a little bit of a Star Wars month, because I've got different plans for the December Star Wars month that I do, and I thought May the 4th be with you. It probably lines up a bit better. So I've moved Star Wars month over to May at the moment, just to see like what else I can do in the meantime. But let me know in the comments below, is Super Star Wars a game that you've ever played before? Is it something that you ever cared about, ever knew about? Let me know. I'd really love to see if anyone else played this bizarre version of Star Wars. I will be talking about a few more other Star Wars games over the next couple of weeks. If you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, because I will be posting plenty of retro gaming content over the next couple of weeks. And like I said, all this month of May, it will be Star Wars content. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.